Welcome to the Erica Russo Show, where we dive deep into the realms of personal development, spirituality, and the power of the mind. Join us on a transformative journey as we explore the art of manifesting the life you truly desire, all while listening to your intuition. Join host Erica Russo, intuitive life and business mentor and best-selling author each week, as we'll embark on a quest to uncover the secrets of manifesting abundance, nurturing a resilient mindset, and tapping into the spiritual dimensions that shape our reality. Each episode will bring you insightful discussions, practical techniques, and inspiring stories from experts and seekers alike. Whether you're seeking clarity in your spiritual journey, striving to shift your mindset, or eager to unlock your full potential, this podcast is your guiding light.
What is up, beautiful souls? Welcome to the Erica Russo Show. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I am beyond excited that the universe led you here today. And if you are an OG, if you continue to come back, you continue to press play, you continue to love your inner child and do all the things, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if this podcast is helping you, if it's giving you those aha moments, if it's giving you that clarity, that peace, that understanding that you are craving, I would be eternally grateful if you can head on over to iTunes or now Spotify and write a review. Those reviews allow me to get this podcast to the ears that need to hear it. And now, more than ever, I think we can all agree that the world is a fucking dumpster fire, and conversations that come through here and the things that are shared within this container can really help a lot of people. Before you go ahead and click submit on that review, make sure you send a screenshot to me at hello@ericarusso.co, no M, and I would love to send you a free gift for supporting this podcast. Before we dive in to the conversation that we need to have today, I want to just let everybody know that I am teaching 2 upcoming live workshops. They are both virtual. So the first one is on April 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is a psychic and mediumship development workshop. This is ideal for beginners. This is ideal for people who have been wanting to learn more about psychic and mediumship work. It is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything will be recorded in sections. I'm not going to send you a full 6-hour recording just because Zoom doesn't really like that. So everything will be recorded and sent out. If you are interested in joining that, you can use the link below to reserve your spot. I am also hosting Trance Mediumship workshop that I'm looking forward to both of them, but I'm especially looking forward to the Trance Mediumship workshop for the simple fact that I will be doing a trans medium demonstration as well as trans healing. That will be on May 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in reserving your spot there, you can go ahead and grab the link below as well. So today, I felt like this was a conversation that we needed to have for the simple fact that, when you're on a healing journey, when you are consciously on a healing and personal development and spiritual journey, and you are continuing to just get 1% better every single day, when you are trying to let go of the trauma and the stories that you continue to tell yourself every single day, when you're trying to be the best version of you as a wife, as a parent, as a business owner, as a mentor, as a channel, you can oftentimes find yourself getting frustrated with other people. This is obviously a common occurrence, and it's something that I feel like every single person walking this earth at this time I feel like this is like a soul lesson 101 thing that we need to learn, okay? And here's the thing. I'm going to tell a personal story, and hopefully maybe it resonates, maybe it doesn't, but the best way that I learn, and I truly believe that when it comes to learning, you can take all the courses, you can read all the books, you can invest in the mentors and everything like that, but the best fucking teacher is life. The best teacher is putting yourself in a situation where you learn, where you do it, where you are able to evolve and really understand at like the physical level what it means to do something. So, a couple years ago, I found myself, first off, I was so utterly exhausted. I was, entrepreneur burnout times 10. I found myself with, at one point I had 8 one-on-one private clients, and I was still doing readings, and I hosted a membership which had psychic development workshops. I was fried. I was exhausted, okay? And I found myself having clients that would pay thousands of dollars to work with me. And a lot of them came, to develop their mediumship abilities, and they were in a transition where they wanted to leave their job and then do psychic and mediumship work full time. There were people who just wanted to develop their mediumship and kind of pick my brain about spirit communication and among other things. I've had many different clients. And for me, I found myself a bit frustrated because when I mentor somebody, I take it seriously. I don't just mentor you in business, I mentor you in life. I tell you like it is. If you're having a human experience and if you're having problems, in your personal life, I'm there for it. If you are having problems in your business, I'm there for it. I believe when you take on the role as mentor, you're taking on the role as mentor. I look at it as if like I'm your go-to person. If you are anxious, if you are frustrated, if you feel like you're a failure, if you are not getting along with your spouse, I'm there for it. I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. And I realized that through my mentorship and through all of those experiences, I don't want to say I became, but I was very attached to the success of my clients. I wanted to see them thrive. I wanted to see them take the potential that I saw within them, whether it was their mediumship or just their ability to build a business. I wanted them to thrive. I wanted them to really just fucking be the best version of themselves. And I found myself very frustrated because I saw a lot of clients that gave up really quickly. I saw a lot of clients that allowed fear to get in the way of them showing up online and just shining their light and being of service. And it was very, very frustrating for me because when I first started, here's the thing when it comes to entrepreneurship, guys, it's never going to be uncomfortable. If you think that I started this journey back in 2018, like wanting to start a Facebook page and then a Facebook group and then hopping on TikTok and everything like that, you are incredibly wrong. I had to look fear in the face every single day and post just just in spite of the fear. You had to show up. I just did it, and it was uncomfortable. And when I saw how these people would just give up so easily, they were afraid to post a picture on their social media. They were afraid to let people know that they were offering readings and stuff like that. And it really, really, really frustrated me. And it wasn't until I went within and I really had to answer. I really had to ask myself, why am I allowing the behavior of others to just wreck my internal world? And what came through was this: it's none of my fucking business. Whoever comes to me for a reading, for mentorship, for a course, I give them what I get. I give them what they need, whatever comes through. But ultimately, what they do with the information that I give is none of my business. It's none of our businesses as healers. And oftentimes, I think as healers, we become extremely frustrated because we pour so much of our own healing journey into our mentorship. We pour so much of who we are and the lessons that we've learned along the way into our one-on-one containers. And I see this quite often. This is a big topic, especially when it comes to healers, because our one-on-one containers are sacred. They are places where we really hold space for people to evolve, to trust, to cry, to let go, to hold on, to just be. And it can really get frustrating when you're constantly there for people and they constantly make the wrong choices. And it's not us to even say if they're making the wrong or right choice. Something that I learned from the Light Council, and something that I want to share with you guys, is that every soul is at a different state of evolution. This gap between you and another person can be thousands of years in personal and spiritual development. And when we're in our human and we get frustrated with our friend because she keeps going back to her ex, or we get frustrated with our partner because they're not picking up what we're putting down, or anything along those lines, we're getting frustrated simply because we are attached to it. We are in our human, we are in our feelings. We're getting frustrated because we don't feel like we are being seen or heard or understood. Okay? But when we are able to shift our perspective and get into a place of, I'm a soul having a human experience, and so is this person, and we have no idea what stage of evolution this person is in. We have no idea. Okay, we can go look at the Akashic records, we can and see how many lifetimes or incarnations that they've had, but ultimately we have no idea where they are at and what they need to learn. And that is why it is important to come from a place of compassion. Okay? I recognized many years ago that I was getting frustrated with, the clients not doing the work for the simple fact that I was attached to their success. And I would think to myself, well, what does that make me? Like, how does that look on me if I can't get my clients, to do this, or I can't get my clients to get to where they want to go? And ultimately, just like I've learned, all I can do is the best I can do. All we can do in any situation is the best that we can do with the cards that we are dealt at that time. And if that's not enough, that's not on us. Nobody changes unless they want to change. And just because someone might say, I want to change, they might not want to at the subconscious level. They might just be saying that they want to change for the simple fact that they desire it. But just because you desire something doesn't ultimately mean that you will go through what it actually entails to change. We have to come to a place of detachment. Okay? If you are a healer, this is extremely important. And I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm high and mighty now. I'm not saying that this at all. I'm saying this because I've made mistakes. I've made mistakes and I've allowed my own trauma and myself get attached to things that I shouldn't have necessarily gotten attached to. At the end of the day, we cannot change people. We just can't. And when we are able, again, to take ourselves out of the friend thing or out of the relationship thing and see a person as a soul, the soul that they are, where they are at that present time, whatever demons that they are fighting, whatever obstacles that are along their path, and understanding that they are at their own state of evolution, and you might be light years ahead of them as far as your healing is concerned. And it's not your job to bring them to where you are. Sometimes it's just your job to hold space. And if they go back and they continue to make the same mistakes, that is not on you. That's never going to be on you. If you think that it's on you, it's because you are attached to the situation and you need to learn detachment. Okay? We are all walking our own paths. We all have our own fucking karma that we have to work through. Okay? We have to learn the art of detachment. And I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people listening that is like, oh, what, you're supposed to be a healer and you're supposed to, be a light worker and everything like that. Trust me when I tell you, the ones that have the light workers that have the biggest impact are the ones that know that you have to master the art of detachment. Because if you allow yourself to get so utterly connected to everyone that you are working with or that you are impacting, you're just going to be in this spiral. You are just going to get frustrated and upset, and you're going to want to quit, and you're going to want to get angry. At the end of the day, you are here for you. You are here to learn your own karma. You are here to work through your own shit. You are here to create your reality. That's it. That's it. Period. And when the Light Council told me that there can be there can be thousands of years of evolution between you and another person. You begin to look at the other person not as someone who makes stupid fucking mistakes, but as someone who is just trying their best. Someone who maybe chose this life and chose these circumstances because they want to work through a lot of karma in this life. We don't know. We don't know. And that's why we have to learn to let things go. It doesn't make you any less of a healer. In fact, it makes you a much wiser healer when you are able to just show up, give what you can, share what's on your mind, share whatever it is that you need to share, and then walk the fuck away. Cut the cords and let it go. Because at the end of the day, Nobody changes unless they want to change. Nobody changes unless they want to change. And I feel as though one of the biggest things that us as humans struggle with is our relationships with other people. It's our relationships with our partners, it's our relationships with our managers, and everything along those lines. And it's how they behave towards us. First and foremost, know this: you create the minimums and the maximums of how people treat you. You create your reality. So if you don't like how somebody is treating you, you need to take a step back and see what you are actually allowing in. You got to learn to let things go. You got to learn that ultimately there's the difference between being a fixer and being a healer. We don't need any more fixers. We need healers. And sometimes healers don't really look like healers. Healers look like people who understand that everybody has a lot to learn, and everybody is at a different place in their journey. And that if they get attached to anything, if they get attached to the outcome of other people, oftentimes they are allowing their power to get taken away. Detachment is key. So, I hope that this got to the right person. I hope that this conversation definitely humbled some people. I know that it humbled me. Like I said, I teach from my own personal experience. And, at that point in my own personal journey, I've been very open that I have a sisterhood wound. I'm very open that, when you're an entrepreneur and you have trauma, which we all do, and you build a business on the pillars of your trauma, you're going to run into problems. You're going to run into a lot of lessons along the way. And I found myself doing that. And I learned from it. And I'm a lot wiser. I'm thank God I learned that, because if I continued that way, I don't know how long I would have been in business, to be completely honest. But I hope that this conversation got to the right person. I hope that it gave you what you needed at this time, wherever you are in your journey. And that's it. Be sure to come hang out with me on Instagram too, guys. I have a lot of content over there as well at Erica W. Russo. But that's it. I hope that everyone has a wonderful week, and I will see you around the internet.